Dexter. Now here is Dick Lawrence.
State Class B boys championship game between Dexter Regional High School in the dark uniform and Lake Region High School in the light uniform. Your officials for tonight's game, Chick McKinney and Mike Thurston. The scorers Lee Campbell, the timers Bob McGuire. On the foul clock, Bucky Sproul, trainers Howland Robinson and Bud Folsom. Your starting lineup at forward, number 12, 6'1" junior Steve Bell. At forward, number 40, 6'2" senior Matt Hancock. At forward, number 44, 6' senior John Gursky. At forward, number 42, 6'1" senior Matt Rollins. At center, number 34, 6' junior Mark Haynes. At center, number 44, 6'3" senior Dave Kilborn. At guard, number 20, 6' senior Gary Williams. At guard, number 12, 5'9" junior Brian Clement. At guard, number 32, 6' junior Mike Haynes. At guard, number 20, 5'10" junior Jim Boswell. Coach for Lake Region, Ken Whitney, and the coach for Dexter, Ed Gursky.
I really like that. I like the way that they introduce the players. It's a very classy tournament that's run by the people here in Augusta, and especially Bob Wytalk. But there you saw both sides being introduced at the same time, and the players going out and shaking hands as the two officials get ready to toss this ball up. And a good crowd, Bob, tonight.
Excellent crowd. Looks like an estimate to me about somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,500 here at the Augusta Civic Center. Across the way, that particular section on the Lake Region side holds 2,000 people, so we've got at least 2,000 or more on the Dexter side, on our side of the court. Nick Machete and the bottom of your pitcher will come into view, and we'll toss the ball to get the 1985 Boys Class B Championship game underway, Joe, and you will carry it with a play-by-play.
Okay.
Yogu.
Hancock, Rollins, Kilborn, Clement, Boswell for the Lake Region team. As two of the players, Rollins along with Bosworth, go to the extreme quadrant, left and right side. They get ready for the tip. The two Haynes boys move back now. And we're ready, and the tip is knocked around and controlled by Dexter, finally by Bell, number 12, and he hands off to Williams. So we'll watch both sides, see what we have here, man-to-man. Ball is taken by Gursky of Dexter. He's going to stop, take the first shot of the game, and he hits.
He got it. He went right at David Kilborn, number 44, and got to the baseline, Joe, with a little jump shot, and Dexter takes the lead.
Clement with a ball for Lake Region. Off to Bosworth. The right side, the big man. This is Kilborn. Now back to Clement. In the corner to Bosworth, the guard fakes a shot, looks inside, comes to Kilborn, turns off the glass, no good. Rebound by Bell of Dexter, and Dexter leads by a score of 2-0, and they have the ball. Gary Williams with the ball, starts moving down, puts it off the glass, it hits all glass, taken off by Gursky, I should say Mark Haynes, and Mark Haynes puts it in.
Nice follow that time off a Gary Williams miss as he went into the lane, and there was Mark Haynes for the follow-up.
Hancock had the ball, now off to Bosworth, the guard. And the nice defensive play by Mark Haynes as he deflects the ball away on the pass to Williams, and it's stolen back. Clements, pass goes to Hancock. Hancock starts down with it, inside to Kilborn. He bobbles, tries to go up too far behind the glass, but putting it up and missing their time was Rollins, and Dexter comes off with the ball.
Number 42 had a nice chance, Joe, an opportunity to get the offensive rebound and couldn't sneak it in.
As Williams shot right there off the lid, no good. Rebound tip goes to Gursky. Now he loses, picked up by Hancock. He falls down but keeps it in play. Nice play that time by Hancock.
Excellent play as he stumbled over the end line in front of the Lake Region bench, but keeps possession.
And Clements with the ball, now to Hancock. Hancock turns, takes a long shot. It's no good. Rebound by Gursky of Dexter. Dexter in red with their familiar fans in red. Coming down is Williams. Williams inside to Mark Haynes. Turns around, pops. That's Mike Brother, the left-hander. He misses. And Hancock goes down. He may be hurt, and they're going to stop action right here.
Right, he got tangled up with number 12, Clement, on the rebounding action. On the outlet pass, came out to Clement, and as Hancock was clearing, he stumbled over Clement and went down. And when the ball got into the forecourt, Mike Thurston blew the whistle to stop play. No one was no advantage was going to be gained, and they checked out Hancock, and he seems to be okay as he comes into the front court.
Hancock is being guarded by Mark Haynes, their best defender, so this ought to be an interesting matchup. As Clement with the ball now for Lake Region. Top goes to Bosworth. Bosworth in the corner now. Back to Clement. Clement lead pass inside, and it's going to be a foul call on Mike Haynes for pushing.
Right, nice position that time by Kilborn on the inside. David Kilborn is the son of Art Kilborn, who is the head football coach at Lake Region. And it looks like to me that that youngster plays football, Joe, the size of him.
Hancock will put in play right inside of Kilborn. Loses it, deflected away. Brought up by Gursky. So again, that tenacious defense by the Dexter Tigers that was so prevalent in the Eastern Maine tournament. Gursky goes to lane, knocked away. Nice rebound picked up by Gursky. His shot is missed. Outlet pass goes to Clement of Lake Region as he starts down. Dexter leads 4-0, 5:26. And going out of bounds is Clement, and going the other way will be the Dexter Tigers.
Clement did the little stutter step on the wing as he was coming in for the basket, and he just slipped. Feet went out from underneath him, and he stepped out of bounds.
Now a little backcourt pressure put on. Coming with Williams. Williams hooks the pass to Bell. Bell starts to his right, stops at the baseline, goes back to Williams. Top goes to Mike Haynes, shot bang.
Mike Haynes popped up from down below. Williams found him at the elbow, and he makes it 6-0, Dexter. 5:01 left to go in the first period of action.
Kilborn way outside now for Lake Region. The top to Hancock. Got it by Mark Haynes. Now the right side goes to Bosworth. Bosworth starts with it. Now goes back out the top again to Clement. Clement works the left side to Hancock. The top goes to Rollins. Fakes, gets inside the paint. Now takes the pop, and he's called for traveling.
Just as he bent to shoot the shot, Joe, he just picked up his pivot foot to regain his balance, and is called by the official, Nick Marchetti, for the traveling violation. And Dexter maintains possession. Dexter doing the things that they have done all year long, being able to run their little inside weave. And you see Mike and Mark Haynes coming out to the post.
And there's Mark right there, right-handed, puts it in. A nice pass from Williams, and it goes up 8-0. And the Dexter crowd with their red handkerchiefs and confetti let it loose here early. 4:17 left. Rollins with the ball, holds over the head now. Comes to Hancock. Hancock starts to move in the paint, leans toward Mark Haynes, and Mark Haynes is fouling.
Right, Mark got caught that time on the defensive play. Watch Mark Haynes. He's going to overrun the play. And now he's coming back into the lane. Here comes Hancock, and he just leans in a little bit. Mark Haynes is out of position and is whistled for the foul. His first foul.
And Matt Hancock is a 6'2" senior. He's 17 years old. Big individual pop, and finally Lake Region breaks the ice. And across the way, their partisans start to cheer. The matchup between Mark Haynes and Hancock. Second shot missed. Rebound strong by Mark Haynes. Off to Gursky. Gursky of Dexter down with it. Gursky in the paint. Puts it up off the glass and in.
Nice play by John Gursky as he came down the court. No one picked him up, and he took it right into the paint, into the red area, and made the little bank jump shot. Make it 10-1.
10-1 to score. Rollins in the right corner. Now top goes to Hancock. Now left side goes to Clement. Clement has the shot. Now he's going to take it. That's up. It's good.
They left Clement alone that time. Bell left him alone to help out inside on Kilborn, and was burned as Clement made the little jump shot.
Williams with the ball, guarded by Clement. Inside goes Mike Haynes. He turns, looking for someone to get the ball to. Finally goes to Bell. Top goes to Mark Haynes. Mark fakes, bounce pass right side Bell. Bell of Dexter looks in, goes in, has the ball knocked away, and there's going to be a foul call on Clement.
Number 12, Clement. Fouls
and
number
we'll get
12.
our first substitute of the game now as number 24 will be coming in, Tom Austin. The USTIN, and Rollins goes out.
And Tom Austin is the junior son of Tom Austin, the football coach at Christian Academy.
Williams inbounds the ball now to Mike Haynes. Left side Bell. There's Williams. Inside goes to Mark Haynes. He's going to take the off-balance shot, and he puts it in.
Mark Haynes gets the roll as he goes up over Kilborn, and Dexter Joe is getting the ball where they want it, right inside, as they go up 12-3 here on Lake Region.
3:12 left. Bosworth now, high dribble. Gursky wanted the call, could not get it. Now inside to Kilborn. Kilborn turns, pops it in nicely.
Good look that time by number 20, Bosworth, as he hit Kilborn inside, and Kilborn made the turnaround jump shot. Still man-to-man for Lake Region.
Williams with the ball, number 20 of Dexter. basketball, 5 to score. Starts to go down. Clements is on him. Turns, bounce pass. Mike Haynes off to Mack. Mack tricky dribbles, goes to baseline, going to put it up in the air, and he hits again. Mack had a great final in the Eastern Maine, and he's starting right here again in the state.
Mark Haynes had 20 points in that Eastern Maine final, and he's drawn Hancock, their toughest player, but he offensively, he's right on
Ooh,
fire.
I think that may be a play of control. It is.
Good
14
call.
to 5 to score. Bosworth draws the play of control, and finally Lake Region wants the timeout to talk this thing over.
Right, Ken Whitney is calling a timeout at this juncture in the game. 2:32 left to go in the period, and the Dexter fans here are going wild all around us. 14 to 5 in favor of Dexter, and Dexter is doing the things that got them this far. They're getting the ball inside, they're getting it to Gursky, they're getting it to Mark Haynes, and they're shutting down the vaunted duo of Kilbourne and Matt Hancock of Lake Region. We haven't seen the Lake Region presses yet, the vaunted press that they have, and the reason is they have not been scoring. They've only got 2 field goals, and they have been unable to get their press set up. Ed Gursky said he was not worried about the press because he feels Dexter can play an up-tempo game or he can play a control game. He says our kids can adjust to either one, so that's a tribute to them as a team. We have another substitution coming in for Lake Region. Looks like number 32, Rob Libby, and Rob Libby was the young man we mentioned at the top of the show, had 19 points in that Western Maine final game against Cape Elizabeth as they won 64 to 50. Time's back in, 2:32 to go. First period of action.
One of the assistant coaches for Lake Region, Greg Speed, and his brother Gary was on a state championship team against Skink for the Lake Region Lakers. Now goes in the corner to Mike Haynes, Gursky, top Williams, right side Bell, inside to Mark Haynes, back to Bell. Mark fakes the shot, goes to Mike, corner. Mark again with a fake. Williams stops, takes the pop off the lid, no good. Strong rebound by Kilbourne. And coming down is Clement with the ball.
They changed defenses during that timeout and went to a zone.
Hancock with a long shot, miss, taken off by Gursky. He's off to Bell. Bell starts down with it. Bell in red. Dexter Tigers in red. Off to Williams, long outside shot, a lot of net. And it goes 16 to 5 as Dexter has put on a great spurt here in this first quarter.
Pretty simple offense. They just pass it to the wing, back to the side, and Williams drills a 20-footer.
Take now by Austin. Goes to the top. Now to Clement. Clement's going to take the straightaway pop, and he hits a lot of net as well.
Right, Clement's got his second field goal from that particular position, and he's telling, Coach Ed Gursky is telling Bell, hey, get out there on him. He's made 2.
Bell with the ball. Now goes to Mike Haynes. Back to Mark. Looking inside. The left goes to Bell. Bell was shut out in the Eastern final, but Mark Haynes' pop is up off the lid. It hangs, no good. Rebound tip, knocked out of bounds, and it's going the other way, which will be Lake Region's way. But he contributed with a lot of rebounds and that just a great tenacious defense that Dexter is so well known for. And Rollins will get ready to come back in the game. Clement with the ball, number 12 for the Lake Region team, right side. Goes to Austin. Austin with the ball, looking. Now trying to get help, goes to Clement. Clement turns, goes to the right side, back to Austin. Austin looks inside, it's a cutter stat. Now Hancock takes the bounce pass. Nice move by Hancock, and a more brilliant play by Austin.
Great pass by Austin, but also a great cut by Hancock as he took Mark Haynes high and went back door on him, and Austin found him down the lane. Dexter appears like they're going for a one shot here at the end of the first period. They head 16 to 9.
So they're outside. Mike Haynes, 32, goes to Williams with 20 seconds remaining. Bell way out deep. Bell got it by Austin. Inside to Mark Haynes of Dexter. Now goes to Gursky in the paint. Fakes, puts it up off the glass and in.
Nice hit and kill.
18 to 9. A great play by Gursky. Pass inside and intended for Libby, and it goes out of bounds, and 3 seconds remain here in the first quarter of action.
Deflected by Williams, and Lake Region is going to maintain control. Got another substitution coming back in. Bosworth is coming back in for Hancock now for Lake Region with 3 seconds left.
3 seconds to inbound it now. Well, 5 seconds to inbound it, but 3 seconds to get the shot off. Now looking, Clements goes to Austin. 2 seconds, that's the shot at the buzzer. It's off, no good. And at the end of one complete period of play, Dexter 18, Lake Region 9, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Here we are back at the Augusta Civic Center at the end of the first period of play. 18-9 Dexter, and one thing Ed Gursky was worried about at the outset of the game was, I hope my kids get off to a good start, not a bad start. I would say that's a pretty nice start, 18-9 lead. And what it does, it really relaxes the players as they get the lead here in the first quarter.
Tip is control. It goes to Lake Region. Austin with a pop. It's good.
Nice play by Austin, right off the jump ball. The ball came into the forecourt. Austin got free on the baseline and made the 12-footer to make it 18-11.
Williams of Dexter comes down as the Lake Region team in a 1-2-2 zone. Bell right side to Mike Gaines, inside to Mark, knocked away. Let's see, they say yes.
Right, I think they've gone to a zone. They got Hancock, Libby, and Kilbourne in the back of that zone, and I would imagine it's because of their foot speed that they've gone to the zone against Dexter. Gives them a little bit more size.
Inside, Mike Gaines, left-handed bank shot, puts it in. And it goes up 20-11 now. Dexter leads by 9 as we just started the second period of action. Right side to Austin of Lake Region. State B title on the line here. Hancock, Mark Haynes hits the screen from Kilbourne, goes, puts a glider up, no good. Rebound ripped off nicely by Bell, and that's how important Bell is to this team. Another strong rebound.
He's an unsung hero. He just does his job.
He has the ball right now, looking inside, goes to Mike Haynes. Passes out. Austin almost intercepts, but Williams has it. Shuffle pass to Bell. Bell starts to go, and they're going to call a 3-second violation.
Got 3 seconds in there. Looked like 44 Gursky was in the lane for 3 seconds, and Lake Region gains possession, trailing by 9. 7 minutes left to go. Second quarter of action.
Clement with the ball, got it by Bell. High pass goes to Austin. Now he's looking, goes to Hancock. Hancock turns, puts it up. Air ball, and in the rebound action, they're going to call a foul on Kilbourne. So Mark Haynes, at this point, Bob, is doing an excellent job on Mr. Hancock.
Right, it appears at this juncture in the game that that Dexter has scouted Lake Region very well, because they're running a lot of shuffle cuts off the high post man, and Mark Haynes is able to get over the top of that pick to pick up his man before he gets the ball on the baseline. So it looks like the Dexter Tigers have done their homework here early in the game.
Inside now, back outside. Mark Haynes goes to Bell. There's Bell, shot long, bang!
He can only be frosting on the cake in Steve Bell, because he's not known as a scorer for Dexter. That was a great opportunity for him from the baseline, and he made no mistake about it.
22-11. Now right side goes to Austin. Austin with a long straightaway, and he hits it. Pretty good sub off the bench.
Excellent sub. He's made 2 here in the quarter to get Lake Region back in sync.
22-13 the score. Mike Haynes inside of Gursky, pumps, fakes, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Kilbourne of Lake Region. Off to Clement as he starts down with it on the gallop. Still dribbling, going to pull it up shot. Now picks it off to Libby, but Libby is traveling.
Right, Libby got called on the travel. Clement gave him a nice dish off on the left wing, but Libby just did not let the ball go before he picked up his pivot foot, and there he is.
And there we go with the wave.
I think, Joe, we're going to be waved here.
A trickle right now. Williams, right side, goes to Bell. People cutting. Mark Haynes now in the corner to Mike. Mike back to Mark. Mark turns with it. There's Williams' shot right there. He hits it.
Great ball reversal by Dexter. There was a trap in the corner off from that zone by Lake Region, and they just reversed the ball to Williams at the top of the key, and he drilled it.
Clement starts down, and Bell fouls him from behind. I noticed the last time down, maybe you can make a comment on this. When Clement had the ball, Bell gave him nothing but the middle.
Here he comes right here. Here comes Clement. Right down the middle. Still coming, and there's Bell. He just can't get out of the way.
The play before that. We'll do it the next time down. Maybe you can watch Bell when he glides Clement. Goes to Libby. Inbounds pass. No good. Rebound by Kilbourne. Bye-bye. Up and in.
Nice strong rebound by Kilbourne as he goes over Gursky for the 2 points. 24-15.
9-point difference now. 5:24 in first half action. Bell with the ball. Now goes to Mike Haynes. Starts through. Off to Williams. Tries to get a pass in. Volleyball shot back at him was Hancock. Now it goes to Bell. Bell holds. Goes outside to Williams. 5:10 left in first half action. As it goes in the corner to Haynes. Mike tries to get it back, and he is standing on the line, they say, as he bounced it off a Lake Region player.
What Joe is talking about is you watch Bell guard Clement here, and I think what he's trying to do is trying to force them away from their strength, which would be Hancock. Hancock would line up on the right side, so he'd try to force the ball to Libby, Joe.
So Bell is right in the middle now as Clement is outside. Long shot by Hancock, no good. Rebound by Bell. There he is again. The unsung hero of this Dexter team. Stats down with it, stops, now comes back to Gursky in the paint, puts it up high and in.
He had to go, he had to change his shot that time as he went over Libby, 6'4", and it was just a little flick and it fell through.
26 to 15 to score. Austin with the ball. Austin turns, Williams is on him. Lake Region's Libby now, left side Clement. Clement's going to take the straightaway, no good, and a rebound action. There's going to be a foul, I believe, called on Hancock.
Hancock was trying to get inside position on Mark Haynes that time and had to push him out of the way to do so, and was whistled for the foul.
PA system giving the stat that time. I think that's what makes Augusta Civic Center so exciting. They bring it right to you. You know what's going on every moment.
There's a 1-2-2 zone set up by Lake Region. Any ball that goes into the corner, you watch the wingman and the backman trap. There it goes. Here they come.
Bell's trapped. Now he hooks a pass way outside to Williams. Goes inside to Mike Haynes. The shot is up. No good. Rebound strong by Libby. Off to Clement. Clement stands down with Lake Region going toward the paint. Pops it up. Good.
Clement's had a fine first half of action. Hancock and Kilbourne have been somewhat shut down, and Clement has taken up the offensive thrust here in the first half.
Williams to the left side of Mike Haynes. 3:48 left in first half action. Comes back to Williams, turns, goes to Bell. Now the Haynes boys on the right side. Williams to Mark Haynes. Mark Haynes holding as they continue their pass. Gursky is posted high. Down in the corner on the left side is Mike Haynes. Now Bell, foul line extended. And Williams outside. Bell again holds over his head. And to you fans that are watching this game, they are not in a deep freeze by any means. 3:10 left in the middle of Gursky in the paint. Puts it up. No good. Rebound hit the round. Goes to corner. Picked up by Austin. Off to Clement. As Lake Region starts down. Clement with the ball. Right side Austin. Austin looks. Tries to get the baseline. Good defensive play by Williams. Disallow that. Now back to Clement. Bell's there. Inside to Kilbourne. Kilbourne a fadeaway. Pop it in.
That's what they needed. They needed Clement to be able to make the baseline jumper. And then as Bell comes out, they dump the ball inside to Kilbourne as he gets a basket from the baseline.
Now Bell on the other side, foul line extended, has the ball, looks inside, goes to Mike Haynes. Now back to Bell. Bell to Williams. Williams starts out with it now. He's going to stop, take the line drive flop, but he picks up the foul. He goes in. I believe that it will be good.
He got the roll that time. It was a line drive shot. There's Kenny Whitney talking to Clement. We may see it again.
It was good, Bob. Here it is.
Here it is. You watch Williams now. He's blocked out right now. He's going to get the ball back. He's going to come back from Mike Haynes, back to the wing to Bell, and then back to the top to Williams. It's still moving. Here's the ball reversal right now. Now you watch Williams come into the lane right here. Just picked up by Clement. There's the foul right there on the chest. The ball goes up, rolls around and in.
3-point play up. We're back live. Whoop. Yes, we are. Still saw the replay, but we're back live.
29
and 19. Okay, Bob, huh? 2:22 remaining. Alliston's long shot, no good. Rebound tipped inside, controlled by Mike Haynes. Austin with a good box out that time. They pretty much contained Kilbourne so far. Because we've got another half of basketball to go as Hancock is ready to come back in.
I don't think Hancock has scored, has he?
I believe he has one basket or two. Gursky's missed. Off to Rollins. He starts down with it in the lane. Ball loose, and there's that football.
Go to the
expertise
floor.
Right there. It's Mark Haynes went for that basketball.
Go for the floor for the ball. You can come up with a jump ball. You've done your job.
So Hancock has one basket.
One basket. They've done a nice job defensing Lake Region so far in this basketball game. They're helping out like they did in the Eastern Maine final, helping each other, really working as a team on defense.
And they'll jump again. Dexter led at the end of the first quarter, 18-9. They lead here 29-19.
A little bit high on the toss by Nick Machete. Mike Thurston says we'll do it again.
Oh, we'll do it one more time. No, I guess not. They say it's good. Dexter fan says it's not because they didn't get the tip. Boswell now goes Kilbourne, who's way out deep now. Off to Hancock. Hancock starts down. He stops. Now goes to Rollins in the paint. Nice move left-handed. Puts it in.
Good move by Rollins as he saw daylight and went to the basket. That time they were triple teaming inside. Here's the zone now.
21-20 29 now as Dexter leads. Bell with the ball, holds it, looking for help, goes outside to Williams. Williams on the dribble, back to Bell, foul line extended this time to the right side as they overload the right, through the legs and back to Williams. Williams starts down, he's going to take the pop, it's good. He's tough in that area.
He sure is, and that time the Lake Region zone was much more active as Dexter began moving the ball around on them. Williams finally making the 15-footer.
Bosworth way outside. Now goes in the corner to Hancock. Mark Haynes right there. Skips the pass across to Libby. Libby's shot is no good. Rebound tipped around. Taken out by Mark Haynes. Williams comes down with it. And again, it's that red tide. It's just great defense by this Dexter team.
It's not too often that Dexter will not control a tip or a loose ball or a rebound. They won't let it get away from them. They're just strong enough to just hold on to it.
As Mr. Bell outside, he starts down to the right side.
Now we've seen another change. Bosworth is taking Williams man on man, and they're setting up in a box behind him. So we have a box and one set up by Lake Region as number 42 comes out, Rollins, and commits the foul. Ed Gursky notices, talked to Mike Haynes as Bell goes to the line.
Both Haynes boys are only juniors for you Lake Region people that might be watching this game. Have not seen the red team play. They are very, very exciting. It's a 5-man team. A lot of people I heard were talking tonight would like to have seen Matt Rosenall here, but you see the next best thing, that's the red machine.
22 seconds left. Ed Gursky making a very strategic substitution and giving Mark Haynes a rest as he has been charged with Hancock, and number 32, Mike Haynes.
Well.
Right, Mike goes out.
And the substitutes coming in will be 52, Rick Robichaud, and 22, Alan Ross. Ross had a lot of playing time for the Eastern Maine tournament.
And played very well. I thought he played an excellent game in the final game.
Bosworth to Kilborn. Kilborn looking outside, now to Rollins. On to Bosworth. Got the shot right there. They're giving him all kinds of time to take it, and he makes it.
It's a question, Joe, which do you want to do? Do you want to guard the guy taking the shot and let the ball get into Kilborn, then taking the chance and let him take the 12-footer?
Long outside shot at halftime by Williams, and he banks it in.
Off the glass.
Whoa!
From between the circles. 35-23, the Dexter Tigers. And Lake Region looks a little shell-shocked by that shot right there as Williams came over the half court and just drilled. It must have been a 25-30-footer for the Dexter Tigers as they go into the halftime with the lead.
And with the lead 35-23, we'll be back. Well, Bob, not a warm moment when Williams can one in from almost midcourt with 1 second left to send the Lake Region team in the dressing room to talk things over, and that's about his range, I would say.
Right, he is very, very accurate from all around the key, and we saw great evidence of shooting by Dexter. They started out the game on the inside by getting the ball into the Haynes brothers and Gursky, and then they ended the half by shooting the ball from the outside because Lake Region had made the transition from man-to-man back to a zone, and Williams and Bell continued to blister the nets from the perimeter. We're going to go down right now to Bill McManus, who has a special guest with us, Mike Dowd, news reporter in the Scholastic Division of the Bangor Daily News. Bill?
Geez, Mike, Bob Leahy just said you're the news reporter of the Scholastic Division of the Bangor Daily News. I think he means the sports division. You know, you got to realize it's been a long week for Bob anyway. This is Mike Dowd. Mike, I wanted to ask you a question we talked about. What do you think of the fans, the sportsmanship here? You attend an awful lot of athletic events, but when you see the fans of Dexter and Holton and also Cape and Lake Region.
I think it's just incredible. The spirit, the dedication they've shown to their team all throughout the Eastern Maine tournament, and certainly here tonight, is just fantastic. Words can't describe it. Everywhere you look on this side of the Civic Center, you see red. And we've seen how that has obviously helped the team tonight. They're executing perfectly. They're playing sound basketball, and I think that a lot of that has to stem from the support they're getting.
Mike, you used a word, and I was going to ask you, you said words can't describe it. My question to you as a writer, and I've always wondered this, and as being involved in sports, how do you find the different ways to describe a 2-1-2 zone or layup? You write constantly, you're attending high school basketball games or even junior high tournaments or all kinds of that. How does that work for a reporter?
I tell you, Billy, there's nothing like the fear of a deadline for inspiration. I tell you, when I get back to the office, especially after these tournament games, and sometimes I've got 15, 20, 25 minutes to get out 250, 300 words on the game, I just sit there and bang away and hope that it comes out right. Explaining the creative process or whatever, that's a little bit beyond me. I'm just a sports hack, you know.
The terminology is good. I know it helps you. One thing, Mike, is I've been down to your office in Main Street, and it is the new computers that helps you with taking care of a lot of the erasers off the end of pencils.
Exactly. It's nice to be a part of the 20th century with all the niceties, and the computers certainly help out as far as speed and accuracy go.
Mike, with your coverage of Eastern Maine basketball and basketball within the state, the new classification, there's an awful lot of concern coming up. In your mind and your aspect of covering, what's that going to do to basketball?
That's an interesting question, and I don't think we have time to really get into in depth here. Briefly from talking with coaches about the reclassification coming up, I'm finding very mixed feelings. There's going to be a massive reshuffling of the power structure. In other words, the teams that we've seen year in and year out in the Eastern Maine tournament are suddenly going to be confronted with new teams in their divisions, new competition. Very likely we're going to see teams, especially the teams dropping down from higher classifications, dominate at least for a while in their new surroundings. And I think that's going to upset some of the old guard, as I think they have a right to be upset.
Do you think that's going to do, Mike? You said the old powers dropping down in divisions. Is that going to make some of the powers that were, I don't want to say less important, but non-power people, all of a sudden that's going to improve? Because when you play better competition, you sometimes become better. Over
a gradual period of time, I think there's some merit to that, yes, Billy. But the fact remains, in Eastern Maine, we have such a wide diversity of enrollments. We have schools like Allagash with 44 students. Now, to think that they're going to get better by playing twice a year against Katahdin with 230 some odd students is a little bit naive, I think. Some of the very small schools are going to suffer to the extent where it's going to be a rare year indeed when they can expect to make the tournament.
Mike, your quick last comment. The game here tonight between Dexter and Lake Region.
Dexter, flawless offensive execution, tough defense, man-to-man. If they play the way they did in the first half, there's absolutely no way that this Lake Region team is going to come back on them.
Mike, thank you. I appreciate you telling me that.
Hey, Billy, thank you.
Bobby?
Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Mike Dowd from the Bangor Daily News. We'll go directly to the halftime statistics here, Joe, to see who the principals were and how many points they scored in that first half. Well, Lake Region, there was balanced scoring all around. Brian Clement ended up with 6 points, and Jim Bosworth had 2. Tommy Austin came off the bench for 4. Matt Hancock came in with 3, and Matt Rollins had 2, and Dave Kilborn had 6 for a total of 23. And the Dexter defense shut down Kilborn, who only had 6 points, and Hancock, who had 3. And over on the Dexter side, balanced scoring again. We had Steve Bell with 4 points, and Mike Haynes had 4, and then we had John Gursky with 8, Mark Haynes with 8, and Gary Williams with 11 points for a total of 35 points in the first half of action for the Dexter Tigers. They maintained the lead, and here are our stats. 16 for 28 for Dexter from the field, a blistering 57%. For Lake Region, 11 out of 27, 40%, which is really good, but against 57, it doesn't look that good. 3 for 3 for the foul line for Dexter, 100%. 1 for 2 for Lake Region, 50%. Both teams had 5 turnovers, and what was really a pretty well-played basketball game, with the exception of the exciting shooting of the Dexter Tigers, 57% from the floor, Joe.
The only timeout called in that first half was in the first period at the 2:32 mark when Lake Region called timeout. Dexter had taken a 14-5 lead. The fouls are clean. There's not that much fouling going on. It's just that tenacity of that Dexter team. But Kilborn and company may heat up in the second half, and I think it's a fair assumption that Mike Dowd made. I love his comment, fear of a deadline.
Excellent fear of a deadline.
We're fear of a deadline here, too.
No, but getting back to the game, there was relatively foul-free. Anybody with foul trouble, Brian Clement has 2 for Lake Region, and 3 players for Dexter have 3 fouls. So they're committed 3 fouls playing man-to-man defense. So that tells you a little bit about their defensive strategy. Both teams are back on the floor. The crowd coming back from the concession stands. The Dexter band doing a number to our left for the Dexter High School team. And we're getting ready for a second half action here of the boys state final, Class B.
Well, the key factor, I think, in the game is not only the defense, but the ability for Dexter, as you mentioned, to keep out of foul trouble. They got a couple of their personnel in there at the end of it, Ross along with Robichaud. And it looks pretty much that the Lake Region team may go a lot more with Austin and Libby, as Austin has canned in 2 outside shots, put a lot of height in there, but they've been moving their people in and out. I look for them to go a little more to the man in the middle, Kilbourne, and Hancock has been taking them through the Western Maine tournament now here to the state.
2 things also that we can look for, I think, from Lake Region. One is to try to draw fouls on Dexter, of course, because they only committed 3 fouls in the first half. And there's 2 ways you do that. You take the ball to the basket with a dribble, or you get the ball inside to the bigger people and let them take it to the glass with a foul. They haven't been doing that. Dexter has had a little hand in that because they have defensed the inside game very, very well on Hancock and Kilbourne, and of course Clement to take the outside shot, which he did, and Austin, which he did in the first half. Austin had 4 points and Clements had 6 points, and so they are keeping the ball on the outside. Dexter, on the other hand, when they miss, is in great position for the rebound. So we'll look for Lake Region maybe to up the tempo a little bit, maybe open up the court a little bit, see if they can force some turnovers so they can take the ball to the basket to draw some fouls.
And as Bob mentioned, the crowd coming back slowly to get ready for a second half action. As the buzzer sounds, which Mr. Mealy was that?
That is Phil Mealy right there.
Phil.
That is correct.
As he makes his way up over the stairs, the Dexter crowd donned in their red, now standing up cheering. I think they did an awful good job for the Holton girls, who finally, as I've got written on my program here, won the state title after 3 shots. This is their 4th shot at it, 53-44. Diane Nagel had an illustrious 35 points in that game. And her counterpart, Nina Houghton, who is 6'3" from Cape Elizabeth, scored 25. So here we go.
Certainly John Donato, the coach of Holton, is going to be very, very relaxed after that victory here tonight. In 4 tries, he finally gets his goal ball for Holton High School and the Holton High School Shires.
So the 2 Rollins, along with Austin, go quadrant left-right deep, and the 2 Haynes boys are there with him as we get ready for the tip. It's up and it's controlled to Clement of the Lake Region team. He starts down and passes to Rollins in the right side. Rollins in the middle to Austin, almost knocked away. Now Hancock goes to Clement, to Kilbourne. Kilbourne at the top. You can see that Dexter defense. They are right there with their men. There's Clement. They give him the shot inside of Kilbourne. Turns, puts it up, and it's good.
That's what we mentioned at the top of the show in the second half. That time there, Bell was a little bit too close to Clement, and Ed Gursky's talking to him, walking down the floor with him.
So it's cut to 10 now, 35-25, 7:28. Goes the corner to Mike Haynes. Mike with the ball, knocked away, and Lake Region now picks another one off. And Gursky is up and screaming this time at Mike Haynes. Hancock glides in, up left-handed. Let's see if they count it. They do, and the foul is going to be on one of the Haynes boys getting up. That'll be Mike.
Mike Haynes tried to pick up the block, player control foul, and was whistled by Mike Thurston on the block. Here it comes right here. Watch him come down the lane. Here comes Hancock. Watch Mike Haynes slide in right there.
Whoa.
It appears that his feet were stationary. It appears that his feet were stationary, but his upper body may have been moving on that foul.
Yeah, but you can move your upper body. You can move to avoid the contact.
35-27.
Don't evade the question, Robert.
And Hancock.
That's the last game. Get off it, right?
Hancock completes the 3-point play. Here's the press.
Inside comes to, and still in the backcourt to Mike Haynes. Williams looking for help. A lot of people there. White hand again. And Lake Region starts to turn this thing around in the third quarter. Hancock off to Clement. Clement to the baseline. He's going to take the open shot. It's up. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. Kilbourne keeps it alive. He puts it in.
Here they come, 35-30.
Ed Gursky wants timeout.
He calls timeout. That gives a great lift to the Lake Region players, coaching staff, and fans as they come out smoking here in the third period of play. One thing we said to look for was to Kilbourne. They went to him the first time down the court, and then Hancock got on the act with a three-point play, and then the vaunted press of Lake Region that we'd heard a lot about but hadn't seen in the first half makes a turnover. They score again, 35-30 with 6:52 left to go in the third quarter. So Lake Region is making a run here, and Ed Gursky saw that his team was a little bit out of sync and disorganized, and he made sure that he called a timeout to make sure that they would look for their press breaker, get a man in the middle, and go back to the weak side, which they didn't do.
So you can see the strength of Kilbourne inside. According to the program, he's 6'3", and he must weigh, well, would you say, 200 at least?
Yeah, about 190, I'd say. Good 190, 195. Real strong player. Looks like he's a Dexter player. He had a red uniform on.
Now, instead of the press continuing where they were causing some turnovers, they decided to go back in their 1-2-2.
We'll see if they continue on with the trap in the corner. See if Dexter stays out of the corners.
Mike Haynes, number 32 with the ball. Dexter in red. Top goes to Williams. Now back to Mike. Right side goes to Bell. Foul line extended on the wing. Mark Haynes back to Williams. 35-30 to score. Dexter leads. They started off 35-23, so they have not scored 7 unanswered points here in this third period by this Lake Region team. Inside Gursky. Gursky turns off the glass. No good. Tipped up, kept alive. Mark Haynes puts it back up again.
What a great rebound by Mark Haynes as he went spread eagle for that. Came up with it and just leaned in the lane and got the shot. They really needed that basket.
Kilbourne now with the ball. That breaks it finally at the 6 minutes left, but they had not scored up to that point in the third period. Clement with the ball. Double teamed on Kilbourne. They're going to let Clement have the shot. He misses it, comes back, and Williams picks it off in between as he splices two men. Coming down with it, stops, going to send it up. It's no good. Rebound picked off by Rollins, and he stops off to Clement, the left side. So Bell and Mark Haynes are doing all the work on the inside man, Kilbourne. Shot, nicely that time by Austin. And it's 37-32.
Austin comes back and answers again as they ran a little secondary break, and Austin hit the shot from the baseline.
Mike Haynes of Dexter outside, goes way out to Williams. Williams looks in, on the dribble to the right side. Pulls, right side, goes to Mike Haynes. Back out as they switch to the other side. Low post is Mark Haynes, and going down the baseline is Bell as they start to switch again. Screen put up, Williams has it. Williams still dribbles, top goes to Mike Haynes. He's going to get back to Williams as they'll start it over again.
What happened, Joe, when Dexter took the 12-point lead, it took the Lake Region crowd out of the game, and now they're right back in it.
Goes to Mike Haynes, top goes to Bell. Bell wants Williams back outside. Low pass, but he controls it. They must be baseball players, too, as a shot hobby picked up. 37-32, 4:38. Dexter, of course, the state D football champs, and the runner-up in soccer in D in the state. And let's see what they're going to call. Any foul?
I believe it is.
32, that's Mike Haynes.
That was a push-off foul by Mike Haynes. Number 32, he's got 3 fouls. Now Dexter comes out with their press. See if they can't disrupt the offensive patterns of Lake Region. They've got into a pretty nice pattern here in the third period.
Third quarter action, 4:20 remaining. Pass comes to Austin in the middle, and he's going to be fouled. And we'll see, this might be on the other Haynes.
It's on Mark Haynes. 34. They got the ball into Austin in the middle to break the press, which is where it's supposed to be. And Mark Haynes was a little bit late getting there and committed the foul.
So Robichaud comes in. He is 6'3" and only a sophomore, but he'll have the tough duty of guarding, I would imagine, number 40, or at least helping out with him. That would be Hancock. As Hancock goes down to set up now on inside, Bosworth. Now corner to Hancock. Turns. Going to take the pop shot. Boswell, he puts it in. Mark Haynes is still in the game, and he was on Hancock.
Right, he was on Hancock, but they're so concerned with Kilbourne that Bosworth and Clement are having a field day with about 12-footers.
Oh, nice muscle play that time by Mark Haynes. Thought he was fouled. As Hancock comes off of it for Lake Region. 3-point game here. Hancock's going to stop, put it up. It is no good. Rebound tipped around. A foul is going to be called on Robichaud.
Robichaud going for the offensive rebound. A defensive rebound, excuse me. And he picks up a foul. So that's 4 quick fouls on Dexter. Here's the replay right here. And we didn't quite get the camera over far enough, but we could just see Robichaud muscling inside.
Inside of Kilborn, he's going to put it up. He was way under. Rebound comes off. It's in the paint. There's a red shirt. In this quarter, Bob alone, Lake Region has outscored Dexter 11-3.
They're on a run, and they got it to 3 points with 3:36 left to go in the quarter, playing a fine quarter. Really doing a lot of things to disrupt the flow of Dexter, showing you press, showing you 1-2-2 zone, and then trapping out of it, and then pushing the ball up the court. So they're showing you a lot of looks, and Dexter struggled a little bit to try to identify.
And the tip goes out, and it's saved by Williams back to Robichaud. That should be 11-2 edge, not 3. Modern math always did the end. Pass to Bell, now goes in the corner to Gursky, who goes deep in the corner. He's trapped, but gets it out to Markins. And the coach for Lake Region trying to get a travel on that in the corner on Gursky, but no travel call.
And Ed Gursky's trying to get a foul.
Gursky with the ball now. John, the son of Coach Ed. Gursky, the coach, wants people to start moving now. Now in the middle to Williams. Williams fakes. Hooks it inside to Robichaud. Robichaud turns, puts it up. No good. Rebound tip goes to Bell. Bell back in it, and it was rejected by Austin, but I think the foul was on the gentleman on the floor.
Yes, it was. It was on number 42, Matt Rollins, as Austin rejected the ball by Bell. It was a nice interior pass that time. Bell went up for the shot. Austin came from behind. Here it is right here. Watch the pass. Then there's the rebound. Right here, there's the deflection, and here comes Bell. You watch Austin right there, and then he calls number 42 Rollins for moving underneath, and he gets 2 shots.
So Rollins misses the first. The second shot is up and in. And they finally break it here and make the 38th point to the 34th point for the Lake Region team. Full court pressure. Rollins to Bosworth. Bosworth's pass deflected, but it goes to Kilborn. And comes back to Bosworth. 2:38 left in third quarter action. Class State B Finals. There's no tomorrow, no practice Monday. It's all over after this one. Now in the corner goes to Hancock. Haynes is there with him. Inside to Rollins. Rollins going to turn, put it up. No good. Rebound taken off underneath by Bell. Up Dexter. And Libby will come back in for Lake Region. Now to Williams. Williams with the ball. Wants to position his players now. Looking around. Goes to top to Bell. Right side Gursky of Dexter. He holds, looking out. Now finally bounces it back out to Mark Haynes, to Williams, left side Bell. As they switch around, cut in between. Long pass to Williams, a downtown pass, and he went out of bounds. He tried to save it in, but he threw it right inside to Rollins.
Right, they tried to run a double pick and use a double skip pass over into the corner to Williams, and it was too high for Mark Haynes and carried him right out of bounds, and Lake Region maintains control. With Dexter, with the substitute in there, Robichaud, they're a little bit disorganized. Now Bell comes up to the wing where he's supposed to be.
Hancock in the paint. Hancock glides, scoop underneath, no good. Rebound underneath by Kilborn, and let's see what happens.
Robichaud, I think, over the top on Kilborn, 5-2.
Boy, Hancock's got great extension when he drives.
That was a nice little scoop layup he tried, just missed it. That's a tough shot coming in from as far out as he took off from. Kilborn goes for the rebound, fouled by Robichaud, 38-34. Favor of Dexter. Kilborn going to the line.
So Kilborn, Dave Kilborn, 6'3", foul shot up, it lands in.
Here we have 1:46 left to go in the third period, and Dexter's over the limit, and Lake Region has only 1 foul.
Shot is up, and it's good. A pair cuts to 2, 38-36. Full court pressure, Bell off to Williams. Williams hooks the pass to Robichaud, now off to Gursky, and he throws it out of bounds.
Little Robichaud, Rick Robichaud, 6'3" sophomore, a little bit nervous as he's made a couple of turnovers, but he'll be all right. Let him settle down.
Alan Ross will come in, I assume, for Robichaud.
He's coming in. Robichaud's had a little tough time in there. Made a couple of turnovers, but still, Ross, as we mentioned, had a fine Eastern Maine final and is back in there for overture.
Bosworth in the middle, throws it away, taken off by Bell. Bell starts back down with it, left side, starts, goes to the baseline, takes the pop, it's up, it's no good. Rebound by Hancock. Hancock's long pass to Kilborn. Kilborn's there, and he puts it in.
Nice play by Hancock. We got a tie ball game, 38-38. Dexter being bothered by the Lake Region press and their half-court zone trap. Now look at him dancing on defense.
As both sides up, cheering for their teams. And a foul's going to be called on Bosworth.
Bosworth a little bit anxious that time, trying to steal the pass. Is called on the foul. They're only the second team foul, and it looks like it's Bosworth's second foul as he goes out and Clement comes back in for Lake Region.
Clement, number 12. In the top, goes to Williams, fakes a shot, gets inside. They call him for traveling. So things going very much the way for Lake Region in this third period.
Right, Dexter's got to keep the ball out of the corners and try to get a little high post and low post action because Lake Region traps everything in the corners and they're having a very, very difficult time with that.
Kilborn with the ball now, looking back outside of Clement. Back to Kilborn. To Hancock, Clement. Clement has the shot, looks inside, knocked away, but Austin's there. Austin of Lake Region gets back outside to Clement. Will go to the left side to Hancock.
Look where Bell is in the lane. He's gotten Clement.
Now he comes out after it. As they spread out. 3 out, 2 in. Go to the corners. Clement with the ball. 14 seconds left. Still with the ball. Now with Austin. Goes to Libby. Back outside to Clement. Hancock, 5 seconds. Better go, guys. Hancock gets the screen. Takes a long pop. Bang! At the buzzer, they take the lead for the first time in the game.
Right, 40-38, and we are going to be back in just a moment. Looked like Dexter was going to run away and hide, 35-23 at the halftime, but Lake Region found their shooting touch in a defensive ploy, and they went on a 17-3 run in the third period, and now they lead 40-38 here as we open the final quarter of action for the boys Class B state final.
You wonder what on earth that Ken Whitney might have told him at halftime, because Williams had made that long shot at the buzzer. But whatever he told them, they did it. And the tip control by Lake Region, they have just been on a vicious second half roll here. Clement with the ball. Fakes inside, goes to Kilborn. Kilborn turns back to Clement. Now to Austin, to Hancock. Got it by Mark Haynes. Hancock starts the lane. Gonna stop, take the pop. It's up, it's in and out. Rebound by Bell.
And Dexter has come back with a starting 5, Mike Haynes and Mark Haynes.
Williams shot, he ties it.
Yeah, that's what they need. That time there, they beat the Lake Region zone back, and Williams was able to get the jump shot off.
Austin skips a pass across to Hancock, inside to Libby. Libby turns, and a foul's going to be called on Bell.
Right, nice passing that time by Lake Region as they went from half court to cross court into the lane, and there was a foul that time. Looked like it was on Bell, his second foul, and Libby, number 32, Rob Libby, a 6'4" junior, goes to the line with a 1-and-1.
So Libby's shot is up and good. The two subs, as we mentioned, Austin and Libby, have been in there pretty much in this game, and they have picked up the slack quite well.
Kenny Whitney has just called the defense, and we'll see what it is.
A pair to make it 42-40. Lake Region falls back.
Got his 1-2-2 zone again, a very, very active zone for Lake Region.
As the Dexter subs are standing up across the way, waiting for action here. Goes to Bell. Now to Williams. Williams back to Bell. Back to Williams. Almost loses, but controls. Takes the dribble. Inside, Mark Haynes. Mark Haynes moves, puts it up. No good. Rebound taken off by Kilborn. And Gursky was pretty much silent in that third period.
Yes, he was.
Just didn't get the ball. There's Libby, puts it up and in.
Great pass that time down the left side as Libby broke open underneath, and they take a 4-point lead.
24-40. Williams comes back. Bang! For the foul line.
And he silences the Lake Region crowd. One thing that Lake Region is doing, they're inviting you to the corner so they can trap you. And Dexter is trying all they can do to stay out of there.
Hancock's long shot. He puts it in.
We are really heating up here in Augusta.
Right. 46-42. Lake Region leads. Number 40 put that one in from downtown. Inside, McCain stolen by Austin. And Lake Region has just taken the second half and just completely turning around.
Great steal by Austin that time, and a deflection by Bell. Lake Region's going to maintain possession. Dexter has gone back to their half-court trapping defense. Ed Gursky calling out the defense now. They want to try to put a little bit more pressure. There's Williams forcing Clement to his left, and he comes back to Austin.
Austin now starts to break through. He does. Looks, tries to skip it across. There's going to be a foul called on Williams this time.
Right on the deflection. Austin tried to pass into the post and was fouled. Williams, that's his first foul, so he's not in any foul difficulty, but every foul is critical now as we come home with 6 minutes left to go in the basketball game for Lake Region, the 1-1.
Austin's shot is missed, and Kilborn is fouling Bell, in the ensuing action. But they still have already committed 3 team fouls here in the second half.
And that's Kilborn's second. So he's not in any foul trouble.
Their main outside shooter handling the ball right now, Williams, 46-42, 5:54. And this is for the goal ball. Williams with the ball, fakes, now goes left side. Mike Haynes, up to Mac, back to Mike, top goes to Williams, inside to Gursky, there he is, puts it up, it rolls off, tip up by Mike Haynes, almost went in, but he missed.
Just missed it as John Gursky had a nice shot in the lane.
Hancock back, all air ball that time, Mike Haynes with it. Outlet pass goes to Bell, 5:28 left, Dexter trails by 4. Tricky dribbles, gets away, back goes to Mike Haynes, Mac I should say. And a timeout being asked for and granted to the Dexter Tigers, trailing by 4 with 5:20 left in this game.
We mentioned earlier that we'd like to see Dexter get somebody on the high post, and that time there was a direct pass in from Williams into Gursky, and he just missed the turnaround, and Mike Haynes just missed the tip in. But I think that's what they have to do. You know, every time that Dexter throws the ball in the corner, there's going to be a trap. And so if they can get it in there and get it right back out and then do a skip pass, then they would look like they would be able to get the little baseline jump shot. But if they can get it in the middle and maybe have somebody cut across the baseline, they may be in good stead here, trailing 46-42, going home with 5:20 left to go in the game.
Whoa! How's that?
Right?
Our producer on the bottom.
Little tumble drill by the Dexter cheerleaders.
Now they draw straws for that. Who will get on the bottom?
I'm not sure how they do it.
I'll tell you another thing, too. Another key factor in this game is that the big red wave has not left their team. They have been cheering every second of the way.
Right, and both teams really playing up to the crowd performance here, as the crowd has been really in the game. The Dexter people, I don't think, have sat down in the lower section here at Augusta Civic Center. They're up and on their feet.
Last 5:17, Robert. 46-42. Hakeem starts in, now fakes. Mike outside to Williams. Way in, now to Gursky. Gursky's going to stop, take the pop outside, and off the lid. No good. Rebound underneath. Still on the floor. Rebound still there. Gursky puts it up and in.
Good hustle by Haynes and Bell as they kept it alive. And Gursky gets the loose ball in the lane and puts it in and bring it to 2.
46-44. 4:46 left. Hancock with the ball. Gets it off to Clement. Now to Kilborn. Kilborn holds. Man-to-man and tough man-to-man. The Haynes boys are on the 2 main liners. Inside to Kilborn. A lot of traffic, and they're going to call a foul on Gursky.
Right, they tried to lob pass. Clement tried to lob pass that time into Kilborn. And here it is right here. See, they're giving Clement the shot, but that's not a shot. It's a pass, and there's Gursky underneath there. And Chick Machete calls the blocking on Gursky as he did not give Kilborn a chance to come to the floor.
So now the foul shot so important on the way down, which the time remains at 4:32. Every foul shot important, missed, rebound strong, off by Mark Haynes. I didn't realize that Eastern Maine tournament these guys can jump that high, Mark and Mike Haynes. Mike almost had a tip-in or a rebound, and Mack just came up with a strong rebound.
With 4:20 left, Joe, in this basketball game, the two-point game, there's oodles and oodles of time.
There's Gursky, puts it up, it's good!
And he gets the roll to tie it.
At the 4:11 mark, they have tied this game.
We had mentioned that we'd like to see him get the ball in the middle of Gursky, and they've been there twice, and he's responded with 2 hoops.
Austin with the ball. Now into Clement. Clement turns, got the lane off the Hancock. Hancock's pop is good.
Nice play that time by Clement. He recognized the trap double team coming at him with Mike Haynes. Passed it into Hancock, and he drills it.
Couple of downtown base shots by Hancock, I should say. Missed by Gursky to out of bounds, and they say it goes the other way.
Nick Pachetti said it was off somebody's shoulder. Goes to the end line, and Lake Region's ball with a 2-point lead, 3:42 left.
Coming down is Clement. As we're down to nail-biting time now, 2 points. Clement being trapped. Gets it inside to Libby. Libby sends it back outside to Clement as they switch around. Clement throws the ball away.
Thought that, who was that? Austin was going to break back towards the basketball, and he just got it out there, and he couldn't quite retrieve it like a yo-yo, and it goes out of bounds. And Kenny Whitney calls timeout for Lake Region, 3:23, 48-46. Dexter has made some tremendous adjustments offensively as they have kept the ball out of the corners and got it in the middle of John Gursky, and he's responded very, very well. On the other end of the court, Clement has recognized the 1-2-2 trapping defense of Dexter and has been able to penetrate in the lane and dish it off for some fine assists. That last one to Hancock will put him up 48-46. We may see each team, though, Joe, go to their strength right now with 3:23 left to go in a basketball game. Dexter may get out of that trapping defense and go back to their man-to-man and not take any chances with Clement and Bosworth being able to penetrate and pitch it underneath there. And I'm sure that Lake Region, with the success they've had with that 1-2-2 zone, will stay with it.
So the last 3:23 left for State B championship action here at the Augusta Civic Center. Hope wherever you are this evening, you're watching this game and enjoying it, as we've enjoyed so much the Eastern Maine and now the state. It almost seems sad to say it's coming to an end tonight.
Right. There's Bosworth coming back in for Lake Region.
They stay with Libby, and the other starter, Rollins, is still on the bench.
Right, so they got Bosworth and Clement, Hancock, Kilbourne, and Libby back in there.
Pass goes to Mike Haynes, Connor Mack, back to Mike. Dexter trails by 2, inside to Bell, now up to Mike Haynes. Williams dribbles the ball, now goes to Gursky. Gursky now skips a pass off to Bell, to Williams. Williams comes to Mike Haynes, to Mack. Mack's going to take the right-handed pop. No good, rebound inside. Taken off by Bosworth. Off Lake Region, and it gets off to Hancock as the Lakers bring it down. Spin dribble by Bosworth. Look, left side goes to Clement. Connor goes to Libby. Libby holds. Looking for a man. Goes to Hancock outside. Right side Clement. Lake Region controlling the ball right now. Libby. Libby inside to Bosworth. Bosworth skip pass goes on the other side to Clement. Lake Region leads by 2. 48-46. 2:30 left in this game. Oh, the glass for the glass. How about the goal basketball?
Right, and Lake Region really taking some time off the clock. They've got a minute off already since the last time out.
Libby's going to stop. Libby's going to take the pop, and he gets it.
He gets it. Gursky went for the steal. It left Libby open. He took 2 dribbles and got the 12-footer.
Gursky inside, glides up, no good. Rebound by Hancock of Lake Region. He comes out of a trap. Long pass to Kilbourne. Loses, puts it back. Steal by Williams. Williams comes down with it. 1:58 left. Right side goes to Mack Haynes. Back to talk to Williams. The Dexter crowd was in the move toward the basket. 1:51. Let's get shots on goal here. Mike Haynes now to Mack. Mack fakes. Back to Mike. Now to Williams. Clock not on their side. Turns, pop, up, no good. Rebound, tip, taken off by Hancock. Another tough rebound. He's being fouled by Mack Haynes.
Right, good rebound by Hancock as he stayed tough. Williams went to the corner for the jump shot off the screen by Bell. Bell got barreled over, no call. And Williams' shot was long. Hancock made the rebound. Mark Haynes made the attempted steal and fouls. 4-point lead, 1:34 left to go. And Hancock is going to the line for a 1-and-1.
Shot is up and it's good.
Got a big lead now. Dexter has to get some sort of scoring on this next possession if they want to continue in this basketball game.
A strong pair by Hancock, 52 to 46. 6-point lead, 1:32 left. Williams going to send a long outside bomb. He hits it.
And he gets it.
52 to 48. Pass the middle. Williams comes up with it. Puts it up and in.
Great steal by Williams.
52 to 50. Pass goes to Bosworth. Full court pressure off the Hancock. Hancock turns with it. 1:11 left. Oh, a foul on Williams.
Tough chance right there. Williams fouling Hancock. He didn't have to that early. He just went for the double team, thought his quickness could strip it, but he did not. And Hancock goes to the line. When you got a 2-point game like this, a minute 30, 55 seconds, 40 seconds even is a long time because the team with the basketball has a lot of pressure on them because they've got to execute.
Big foul shots coming up. Hancock, no, he misses. Tipped back though, nicely by Kilborn.
What a play by Kilborn.
Keep it alive. Yeah, there's going to be a foul again on Williams, and that's his third.
Right, Mike Thurston races in and calls 1-1 immediately. As the foul is called on Williams, that's his second personal foul. And Ryan Clement, 5'9" junior for Lake Region going to the line. 52 to 50 here in the Class B final.
Another shot is up and it's good.
Big foul shot that gives him that 3-point cushion and the odd number for overtime.
Big foul shot coming here for Clement. He puts it up and in.
Another big one by Clement. Now a 4-point lead. Dexter needs 2 baskets. 1 minute to go.
1 minute left. Williams with the ball. Williams had 2 quick baskets inside of Gursky. The pop is off the lid. Rebound inside by Marquez. No good. It's his rebound and he has it knocked out of bounds. And Dexter will have the ball in play with 49 seconds left.
That was Bosworth really working hard inside. It stripped Marquez on the second attempt.
Goes now to Gursky. Gursky starts in toward the lane. Pops it up the glass and in. 54 to 52. 43 seconds left. Full court press. Bosworth, and he's fouled by Williams, and this is what Ed Gursky wanted.
Right, and I was surprised Ed Gursky didn't call a timeout there to set his defense with 39 seconds, so it must have been about 4 or 5 seconds gone before he committed the foul. Bosworth's going to go to the line. That's probably the player that they wanted. And as they set up their defense, Jim Bosworth goes to the line, 54 to 52. He gets a 1-1, 39 seconds left to go as Bosworth steps to the line for the big 1-1.
So the first one, if he makes it, he'll get the second. The shot is up. It's good.
Great foul shooting by Lake Region in the clutch.
Right down the line, it was Hancock, Clement, and now Bosworth.
It's always important, Joe, to shoot your foul shots during the game.
Timeout being asked for.
Ooh, Kenny Whitney.
Ball.
Right, Kenny Whitney says he had the basketball.
That's right.
How can you give him a timeout?
That's right. That's the exact call. Once the ball is handed to the foul shooter, then it cannot be a timeout.
Right, and the Lake Region staff is coming over to get an interpretation from Chick Machete, okay? And he said he called the timeout, all right, before he got the ball, all right? That's what he's saying as the coach.
But that's not what happened. Well, that's what he's saying, but that's not what happened.
To finish my point, foul shooting in a basketball game is a critical part of this game. The unfortunate thing with it is, at the end of the game, in a close game, it becomes more visible, and therefore people think it's a little bit more important. It's not, but it's just more visible at the end of the game because there you are with the game on the line and standing 15 feet away from the basket. So they're granted the timeout, and they're going to try to ice Bosworth a little bit as he gets the first one to give him that 3-point cushion, and here comes Dexter. Their people are up and cheering. Still not one Dexter person has left this hall. A tribute to their support and loyalty to the Dexter High School Tigers.
So a very important foul shot with 39 seconds left. Bosworth goes back to the line. And the Lake Region crowd will tell you if he makes it or not.
He's got it.
No question, 4-point lead. Williams now, 38 seconds. Williams down with it. Williams to the right side, deep at the baseline. Takes a long shot. Bang! 56-54. 31 seconds left. The inbound pass comes to Clement. And a foul is going to be away from the ball. It's going to be on... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think it's on Mike Haynes or Bell. And they fouled Bosworth as he's going to the line. Yes, foul is on Bell. It was a That's his third foul. Bosworth goes back to the line, 56 to 54. The strategy here, of course, is that you put the guy on the line and he misses, but Lake Region has not missed.
And they do that time. Rebound by Gursky. 2-point difference, 26 seconds. Coming down is Williams. Done a step, stops. Bounce pass knocked away. Still has the ball. Looks inside. Now goes to Mike Haynes. Left-handed shot. No good. Rebound inside. Mike Haynes up. Yes!
He's got it!
He's got it! 13 seconds left. It's tied. Hancock with the ball to the right side. Hancock stops. Puts it up there. Gilbert layup. He puts it in. 4 seconds left. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds left.
No,
But they're going to say 4.
Now Mike saw it. Mike Thurston saw it. The clock ran down. But what a pass from Hancock to a cutting Kilborn. Kilborn had the great instinct to cut to the basket as Hancock was dribbling down the right sideline. He just pulled up. There was no mistake about it. He was going to pass the ball to Kilborn. He laid it in 58 to 56. The whistle blew. There was a timeout. There was 4 seconds on the clock, and they're resetting the clock right now here at the Civic Center. It ran down to 2, a little bit slow by the timer as they are coming down to 4 seconds. Here's the play right here. There's the pass. Here comes Kilborn for the layup.
We had it in PBN. Bob, you excited, big guy?
I'm always excited when they play like this.
So now we're going to find out if they can tie. 4 seconds remaining.
Our executive producer says that
3 seconds. He said 3. We'll find out. We proved him wrong before.
But they got the ball. Let's set some strategy. I'm sure that Lake Region will probably stay back in their zone. They may send one person up just to help out on the clock a little bit so that Dexter can't roll the ball up the court. You remember that the clock does not start until it's touched by a member on the, by a player on the floor. So they'll probably bring somebody up just as tokenism to get the clock started. So they got 3 seconds left. Executive producer, Mr. Ed Fowler, on top of things as usual.
That ends us this week.
Right, that ends us.
No paycheck.
That's right.
So with 3 seconds left.
I got an idea that they're going to try to go deep, or they may go to half court for a 1-second call to get the ball back out again, depending on what Lake Region does. Yes, there's Clement. He's up deep, and so that's going to be the token pressure that they need to get the clock started. Clement is going to front Gursky, and there's a long pat. Throws it out of bounds.
Went out of bounds.
And Bell, they're going to get the basketball back underneath their basket.
That's a tough break for Dexter at that time. The pass went, and it went out of bounds. So putting it in play will be Lake Region with 3 seconds left, and I would imagine they will try to commit a foul on the inbounds pass.
I think they'll commit one on anybody that cuts. They're going to fall down. Mike Thurston telling the thrower in. There it is right there. The foul is on Williams.
What are they going to call?
I think they're going to call a 2-shot foul, intentional foul on Williams for Dexter, and Clement's going to go to the line.
Pass by Bell, but way out of bounds. It didn't touch anyone, so it went back where it was. So while the time was still out, there was a foul on Williams.
Right, that's what they were trying to do, Joe. They were trying to get the ball out to half court. That's 4 fouls on Mike Haynes with 3 seconds left. Trying to get the ball to half court and call another timeout.
2 shots coming up for, he can ice it right here. The shot is up and it's no good. So Dexter's still alive this far anyway. 3 seconds left.
Joe, they are hanging by their fingernails at this point in the game. And if he misses, they still got 3 seconds to get it to tie.
Getting ready now to put it up will be Clement. He can ice it right here. No good! Rebound by Austin. A big rebound. What is happening? Everyone stop. Shoot. Right. Everyone stopped. I couldn't believe it.
Well, what happened was the ball came off in a long rebound, and they thought there was a tie-up, so everybody stopped. Right? Ken Whitney ran down to the scorer's table and told the officials the timer to stop the clock. The whistle hadn't blown. There's the Dexter. There's the Lake Region kids, just simply ecstatic about their win here. That's their first win since they beat Skate in what year, Joe? I'm going to test your memory here.
81 or 82?
I think it was 1981. As Lake Region.
We don't have the other books.
And Gary Speed won against Skink in the Bangor Auditorium. This is their second championship since their first championship since 1981.
Well, going down the line here, it was 35 to 23 at halftime. And then all of a sudden it turned around to be 40-38. And now 58-56 is the final as Bob digs for. But the foul shooting down at the end of it, Robert, was something else.
Tremendous.
As Hancock made a 1-on-1 with 1:34 left to make it 51-46, 52-46. He missed at the 108 mark, but then Clement came back at the 101 mark and made it 52. It was 52-50 then. 2 foul shots made it 54-50. At the 39-second mark, Bosworth went to the line 1-on-1. He made a pair in between a timeout splice. That made it 56-52. And then Bosworth went back again after Dexter had scored a basket at the 29-second mark. And then we went back and forth at 3 seconds. The big pass went from Kilborn from Hancock to Kilborn from Hancock. And that's the final score, 58-56. And Clement missed 2 foul shots, but it was only academic.
Right, Joan. I just found that. I was close. 1976, Lake Region beats
I was
Maine,
close, too.
83-82 in the state final game.
So just a great way to go out. Great final between these two teams. The Dexter Tigers losing by a scant 2 points, but had a big lead, up by 12 at halftime, but it was reversed in that third period, 17-3, and then it was nip and tuck the rest of the way down. We saw some great outside shooting. We saw Hancock, we saw Kilborn, we saw just a great team play of Clement. It's good ball handling to get the ball to people, and they have certainly deserved this one. And I just say that neither team deserved to lose this one.
No, Joe, you're absolutely right. There was a great basketball game, except for that early spurt by Dexter and the comeback by Lake Region to begin the third period when they went 17-3 run. It was a well-played basketball game. Everything that we expected, and I think everything that the media expected, everything that the fans expected. 2 nitty-gritty teams going right at each other in good, hard basketball, and that's what you like to see in any game, but it's certainly frosting on the cake when it's the state championship game. There's Tom Austin coming down off the ladder as he gets the net at the entrance into the Augusta Civic Center here in Augusta. But Joe, I can't say enough. They talked about Kilborn. They talked about Hancock. We end the game on a pass from Hancock to Kilborn as he lays it in a big, big play here at the end of the final in Class B.
And the officials here at the Civic Center putting the nets back up as we'll get ready for the presentations.
Right, and the gentleman making the presentation is Peter James. He is the assistant principal and athletic director at Lake Region High School.
When the East meets the West in the B championship game, we can expect nothing more or nothing less than the game we saw here tonight. I'd like to congratulate both Dexter and Lake Region on an outstanding Class B state final game. This to me is one of those games where the team ahead, when the 32 minutes runs out, is the team that wins when teams are this even. Congratulations. I'd certainly like to take this opportunity with over 5,100 fans here at tonight's game to commend the fans from both Dexter and Lake Region on the support that you've given your teams here in tonight's state final game. Congratulations to you fans. Start off with the awards presentation with Mr. Ed Gursky, the coach of the Dexter team. Please come forward.
Thank you very much. I'd like to congratulate Coach Whitney and the victorious Lake Region. Good ball game. You have a fine ball club. Mr. Connors, Mr. Murray, you want to come over and stand side me though? My 2 assistants have helped me a lot this year. Okay, I'd like to thank the television crew for really putting on a super job throughout the state. The SPA, Mike Dorenzo and Bob Wytalk and everybody else involved here with the Civic Center, the Pep Club, cheerleaders, the band, Mr. Poulin, Mr. LeBlanc, Mr. Keegan, and you wonderful fans. At this time, I'd like to give my utmost praise to the Dexter Tigers. We had a wonderful year. Only 2 teams can say they came this far, and we were one of them. And I'm sure we'll cherish this memory for a long, long time. We've had a lot of fun throughout the year, and especially the last 2 weeks. And I know in the hearts of myself and the coaches, and especially the fans too, they still have a lot of praise for you. And in their hearts, in my heart, you're winners. Okay, at this time I'd like to call up members of the team. First, the managers, Brian Sawtell. I won't forget anybody this time. We'll get a good job, Brian. Greg Levitt. Dave Hodgkins. Sophomores, Rick Robichaud. Marty Keaveney. Kevin Edgecombe. Juniors, Jeff Parola. Chris Bailey. Mike Haynes. Mark Haynes. Seniors, Marty Cook. Charlie Page. Alan Ross. Junior Steve Bell. Gary Williams. John Gursky. I'd like to also thank WDME for broadcasting all our games during the year too. Let's see if oh yeah, I forgot this. My wife Janet, my daughter Pam, and my son Alex. Thank you very much.
Would Coach Gursky and his team captains please come forward? The Maine Secondary School Principals Association presents to the Dexter High Tigers this plaque symbolic of the state Class B runners-up for 1985. Congratulations. Before we go on, there are several groups I forgot to recognize. The two bands that we had here tonight and the two outstanding groups of cheerleaders should be complimented on their participation in tonight's tournament games. And now to the state Class B champions. Lake Region High School and my coach, Ken Whitney.
Thank you very much, Mr. James. In a pressure situation like this, your friends mean an awful lot to you. We have a lot of ball players here who are in college now or in the working world. That means a lot to our players and our coaches. Coach Gursky, that was a great effort by the Dexter Tigers. I'm not sure we really want to play again right away. That was a great effort. I honestly wish that I could say something that would make the Dexter players feel a little bit better. I really respect your hustle. You started off the game in a fantastic way. Unfortunately, you had a down period in the third period. But just because you're here and you're involved in athletics, that really makes you a winner. Congratulations, people. And now I want to thank the most important person in my life that's shown tremendous poise and patience with me, pacing around the house the last couple of weeks, Mrs. Whitney. The Sportsmanship Award that Coach Whitney and the girls picked up earlier this evening epitomizes their personal qualities. Outstanding. And I'd also like to take this opportunity, with all the microphones stuck in my mouth, to thank the Lake Region fans. I'd also like to show my appreciation, as well as the players' appreciation, to the three key people at our high school who are always helping make things like this possible. Your superintendent, Mr. John Fontana. Your principal, Mr. Sykes. And the faithful, consistent athletic director who came by this morning and just said, what else can I say but good luck, Ken? Peter James. Many groups of people have been supportive of our efforts this season. I'll never forget the outstanding work by our cheerleaders and our pep band. Okay, let's get on with the awards. We have a lot of plans when we get back to the high school. We'd like to recognize our 4 statisticians first. Would you please come up for your awards? Ted Smith. Mike Town. Vance Mitchell. And Michael Libby. Our 2 managers, Ricky Garza and John Avery. Now I need the 3 coaches who have kept me together. Coach Wood. Coach Speed. Coach Hancock. Now for the fun part, the players. Sophomore, Carl Francis. Junior, Cliff Walker. Junior, Christopher Ball. Junior, Scott Weeks. Senior and bench captain, Kenny Calden. Senior, Kevin Doucette. Junior, Robert Libby. Junior, Tom Austin. Mr. Clutch. Junior, Jim Bosworth. Junior, Brian Clement. Where's the overweight? He told me not to call him fat anymore. Chubby little kid who had to wait and wait and wait for his varsity time. Matt Rollins. And our 2 senior captains, Dave Hancock and Dave Kilborn and Matt Hancock.
What's your name, man? I don't know. Can we take these?
me and his team captains please come forward. It is a great honor for me to present to the Lake Region High School coach and captains this gold basketball, symbolic of the state Class B champions, 1985.
Okay, as Lake Region holds the gold basketball aloft in triumph down on the floor, let's bring you the final scoring statistics. For Dexter, Steve Bell ended up with 5 points. Gary William had a game-high 21 points. Mike Haynes had 6 points. Mark Haynes had 10 points. John Gursky had 14 points for a total of 56. And for the reigning Class B state champions, Lake Region Lakers, Brian Clement had 8 points. Jim Bosworth had 6 points. Tommy Austin had 6 points. Rob Libby had 6 points. Matt Hancock had 14 points. Matt Rollins had 2 points. And Dave Kilborn had 16 points for a total of 58 points for Lake Region. And down on the floor with Bill McManus is the winning coach, Ken Whitney. Bill?
Thank you, Bob. Bob Leahy and Joe Gould up in the booth can send down their congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Coach Leahy. Thank you very much, Joe.
The game was well played. The kids played real well. I thought probably, Ken, the difference was your zone. The zone you had set up there, and the kids adjusted real well to it.
You're absolutely right. We should have learned our lesson when we played Cape in the Western Maine finals of the B game. We started out man, and then we switched to our zone, and our zone was very good to us for more than 3 quarters tonight.
It seemed like it just took your kids a little bit while to unwind and then to get used to it and then say, hey, we're going to play basketball.
I was surprised that we had that dry spell at the beginning because I felt that our kids were as ready as they were in the 3 previous tournament games. We had played here in Augusta and felt that this was our home court. So I was quite frankly surprised that we had that terrible first quarter. But once we got on track in the second quarter, we could tell the momentum was ours. And we really started to come back in the second quarter, even though the points didn't show that.
Dexter played real well, Ken.
Dexter played very well. The only tough quarter they had was the third one when we held them to a field goal.
Well, I know you want to get with your kids because they want to take a team picture, and on behalf of MPBN Television, we want to present this videotape for you to take back to Lake Region High School, and the kids can watch it back there.
Thank you very much, Bill. That's nice of you to do that for us.
We appreciate it. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Bobby?
Thank you, Bill. I just want to say before we leave, thank you very much to MPBN on behalf of myself for being just a small part of the whole technical crew that puts this whole thing together. Joe?
Well, thank you very much, and I'll add that along with Bill McManus' sentiments as we give the final countdown here. Dexter loses this game by 2 points to Lake Region, 58-56. Holton, Chadtown, and Curls, 53. Cape Elizabeth, 44. That makes the East 5, West 1, and with that, have a very pleasant good evening.